Hi guys, welcome to the first day of quarter two. This is medical detectives for 8th grade. Double check your schedule, make sure it does say Miss Bennett. If it says Mr. Osborne, you are in the wrong classroom. So we're going to go through what I would have if I had been there in person. So you're going to be watching this video to get an overview of the course and what to expect. So a little bit of background on me in case I am a new teacher for you. The best way to contact me is either email or coming down to my classroom during East time. I have a 6th grade East time on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So it wouldn't interrupt if you have to make a lab up or make a quiz up or you've just got a general question about something. That will always be the best way. This is my 12th year of teaching. My original license areas are middle school and high school math, middle school and high school science, specialized in physics and chemistry. Those were my stronger areas. I do have my elementary K through 6 license. To teach the 3 different classes here at East, I did go back to Purdue to do specialized training for each of the classes. I coach volleyball. This past season before was year 16. I have one son. He is in 2nd grade. His name is Stone. You can see him in the picture there with me. All right, here are some basic expectations for the class each day that you're here. Your Bluetooth should be turned on your iPad. That means you need to have a charged iPad with you every single day. If your iPad didn't charge overnight, there's plenty of places in my room, but you need to bring your own charger. I will not provide a charger for you. Water bottles are completely fine, but not ever when we're at the computers. So if we go to the computers, I'll just ask that you leave it at your lab table. No eating. This is food, gum, candy, any of that in the classroom because it is a lab classroom. With you each day, again, your iPad should be with you and charged. If it's not charged, again, reminder, bring that iPad charger with you. Bring something to write with. I don't care if it's a pencil or pen. And then it's never a bad idea to have a book or other homework with you, just in case you finish something up early. There are many times that I will let you listen to music while you are working, but music is definitely going to be a privilege. Don't put the earbuds in and assume it's going to be okay. Don't try to hide them under hair or hood, because then I will just remove the entire privilege for the class. So make sure that it is permitted before you do that. Many times you're going to see it on my main classroom slide that music would be permitted while you're working. Today's the first day of the quarter, so no, we're not to that point yet. So no music will be allowed today. I don't mind phones being out or being on your table, but they should be face down. Many times you'll find sometimes that you forgot to put it on silent. If that happens, silence the phone, and then turn it over. That doesn't mean you're checking that message. Even texting a parent during class is not permitted without permission. So they know you're in class. If there's something that they need to reach you for, they should be calling the school office to reach you immediately. Other than that, you need permission to be using that cell phone in class. Last one, don't pack up early. The bell is to let the adult in the room know when it's time to send you. It doesn't mean that's your time to automatically proceed to the next class. I will 99% of the time send you immediately when the bell rings. But I want you to look for that, hey, have a great day, bye guys, something like that to send you on your way. So we don't line up, we stay at our seats, we stay seated in our seats until that bell. So make sure to keep on that, and I will let you exit right at the bell. All right, grading policy and Power School codes. So your grade for this class is going to be weighted. 70% of your grade is going to come from your projects and labs that we are doing here in the classroom. Quizzes are going to make up 20% of your grade. We will have at least 2 quizzes, one at the end of Unit 1 and one at the end of Unit 2. And then BellWorks could also be more than just a BellWork question at the start of class. It might be some of the crossword puzzles, so some basic vocabulary work that we do. So all of those will fit into that 10% category. And when we look at Canvas here in a minute, you'll see those categories. By this point, you guys should be familiar with the PowerSchool codes. In case you're not, if you see an LS in PowerSchool, that means that you earned a low score. That means that you didn't get at least the 50% threshold, and it automatically will bump it to a 50, but it means it's a low score. You cannot retake low score quizzes. However, you can resubmit low score projects and labs. So those could always be submitted for a rescore, but quizzes, I will not let those be done as a rescore. The only exception will be taking an entirely new quiz. You will only be able to take a new quiz to raise that quiz grade if every project and BellWork area assignment for that unit has been completed. So that means not turning in partials, not skipping something. If all assignments for Unit 1 were turned in, then you could do a retake of that quiz and it will be a different version. But you only get one retake. So that's the only exception there with that. NHI is going to be something that's not been handed in. That you'll get an automatic 50%, and then that means that you can go back in and submit it. So the question comes up both from parent and student, can I turn in late work? Yes, you can turn in late work, but the NHI stays until that assignment has been graded. So I don't rush to grade something that gets turned in late. It gets graded in the order it is received. If it is turned in late though, for some reason other than an absence that is excused, like for a doctor's appointment or dentist appointment, or because you were out sick, so it's just I forgot, that means you will receive an automatic 10% deduction on the assignment. So if you scored an 85% on that lab and you turned it in late, it will then be deducted the 10% and your score would be a 75%. So that again applies to any of the times that you didn't turn something in on time, with the exception of sick days or excused absences. However, it could still kick in. If you were out one day, you'll have one day to make the lab up. After that one day, if it's still not turned in, then it would be late. So that 10% could come off after your makeup days are passed. All right, so the coursework we are going to be doing here in the first unit is our basic introductory unit. We will go through vital signs. You'll learn how to take temperature. You'll learn how to take your blood pressure. We'll look at what your heart rate is. We will look at foodborne pathogens like Salmonella and E. coli. You'll do a food safety research area where you'll look at the temperatures that foods need to be kept at when heated or when cooled, and then also what foods should not be mixed. We will look at genetic diseases, and we'll do a small exploration on how to create a pedigree that shows how diseases are passed on. You will do a research project on a biomedical science career of your choice. It will have to have a biomedical tie. However, this will be a pretty valuable assignment because there are many careers that are in the biomedical field that most students don't know. We think biomedical and we automatically go to the common ones: doctors, nurses, dentists, pharmacists. Those, yes, are there. And if you're interested in those, that's great. But not everybody will be. So I will introduce you to some careers that are in the biomedical area that have to do with art, music, sports, finance, construction, management. We're going to look at lots of possibilities. So everybody will be able to find at least something that is interesting to them. Unit 2 is going to be our human body systems unit. We are going to take a look at the different senses. We will look at the human brain anatomy. We will do one dissection of a sheep brain and so that you can compare it to the human brain. Our final unit is our forensics unit. We will look at how time of death is calculated. We will look at how a suspect is identified. We'll look at how your height can be determined based on one bone in your body. And then we will watch a forensic case, and you guys will do an analysis of that case. So now we're going to take a look at Canvas. So on my Canvas homepage, you are going to see this welcome each time you're in there. I will always have the new week with the dates on the top. I divided up classroom and homework. The homework side is not really homework. It is going to be more reminders. Hey, we did this in class. Did you get that turned in? So there's going to be very few times that you find yourself doing work for my class at home, especially if you're using your time in the classroom wisely. Okay, so based on today, you guys see I've already done the teacher introduction and gone through what the course is. Classroom introduction, basically I've told you my expectations for the room. So we are on the 4th item of the list for today. So what I want you to do, and this will be something that you have to do tonight. So this is a very small, short homework assignment. We're going to go into the grading policy signatures assignment. And it tells you that both student and someone at home must sign this. So I'm going to click on this. I need to download it into Notability. It goes back over the exact same thing that we just talked about, that your grade is weighted, the percentages of how things are weighted, those important PowerSchool codes, and then you are going to type your name or print it on the first line. Then you are going to use the writing tool and sign your name on the second line, and then you're going to have someone at home sign it as well, and you will submit this, okay? So that is the item that you are going to need somebody at home to sign. And it can be aunt, uncle, parent, grandparent, whoever your guardian is at home, that's who we are wanting to sign that. Okay. Last item on the list for today is to just explore Canvas. I want you to take a look and click on different items. If you go into and look at assignments, you will be able to see all of the assignments listed. We've got our Bell Work Reflections area, so these are your 10% categories. Okay. All of those in there, as I mentioned before, vocabulary items, study guides, Bell Work, crosswords again. We've got our different projects coming up. Everything right now is very roughly dated for when I expect us to get to it in the quarter. Okay. And then we've got our Unit 1 and Unit 2 quizzes. So just kind of explore some of the different items, looking at them. And then if you get through all of this, have the entire video watched, you've already applied your typed name and signature to this policy, just have to take it home and have someone sign it, and you've clicked on different links, you could move on to one item for tomorrow. I do not want you to do the self-infographic, but I wouldn't mind you doing the student information sheet early. Okay, wait on the infographic because I'm going to talk through some more specifics on this on Tuesday, but you could click on this student information sheet. When you click on this, it will ask you to log in. If for some reason you get a message that says that you can't open it, you might double check that you're not logged into a personal Google account. You do have to use your school account for this. This information sheet is going to go through lots of different questions about you. The most important right now in the beginning as I get to know you are definitely going to be the first couple questions. So the first, typing your first and last name, this is what's in PowerSchool. So type your name as it's given in PowerSchool, your legal first and last name. This second part is going to be important because it's what you want to go by. So if you go by a shorter version or you go by your middle name, that's what I want to know here. If you go by if your legal name is a hyphenated last name, but you only go by one part of that, again, you're going to put that in there for me. That's important because it's how you want to be addressed in the classroom. Your parents' names, you can put all of them. You can put ones you live with. That is your choice. Something you're looking forward to about this medical detectives class, pick something that at least is a little intriguing. Don't put nothing or I don't know. How many brothers or sisters you have. If you don't have any, then you're going to put none. Different sports or activities that you participate in both here at school and outside of school. Something about you that's going to help me get to know you a little bit better. So kind of a fun fact about you, something that you're good at, something that's different, something that not everyone knows. The subject that you are strongest on here at school. Something that's going to make this class difficult for you. Is it because we're in labs and you like to work individually? What is it that's going to make this class hard for you? Describe the way you learn best. So visual means you learn best by watching a demonstration. Auditory means you learn best by listening to instructions about what you're supposed to do. Maybe you learn best by just getting in there hands-on and starting. If you have any allergies, food or medication, let me know. We have a possibility of adding in a antibiotic resistance lab. So I would need to know also if there's any medicines that you might be allergic to. How do you typically like to work? Check all of them that apply here. Again, just a couple personal questions. Favorite color, favorite food. A goal. What is a goal you have for the whole school year? It could be personal. It could be academic. So overall means not just necessarily for this class. Okay. And then how do you plan on achieving that goal for this school year? Next one is now specific to this Project Lead the Way class. That's what PLTW stands for, Project Lead the Way. So what is a goal that you have for this specific class for medical detectives for this quarter? And then how do you plan on achieving that? Once you're done, make sure you do hit submit. This does go in as a completion grade if you have answered all of the questions. If you answer something, I don't know, IDK, then it's not going to receive the full credit. So you do need to do your best to answer each of the questions. Once you get done with watching this video, filling out this form, then you can quietly look at your other stuff, work on other homework you have with you. No one is going to go back to their lockers to go grab things. Just find something quiet to read or work on in the meantime. No, that doesn't mean games. It's day 1 of quarter 2. Find a website you like to read, something you're interested in. You're interested in history, current events, go to CNN. You like sports, go to ESPN. There's articles on all of those types of websites. So if you don't have something else with you to do, you could always open up one of those websites and read articles from there until the bell and until you are released to your next class. I look forward to seeing each of you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.